Welcome to Outlier on Air. This is the bonus walkthrough video of Bam Bams BBQ. We just got finished interviewing the owner, Scott Warner, and we're bringing you on site to see what's going on in this awesome place. This is Kim Struck, my partner at Outlier magazine. We're gonna go meet Treu, who really is the secret sauce to Bam Bams BBQ. Let's go see what it's all about.
I wish you guys could smell this.
It smells so good. Hey Cameron.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Good.
Welcome.
Thank you. Great.
Can you show us around a little bit?
Sure, come on back.
Sweet.
Come on back. So this is our main smoker. It's an old hickory, it's a rotisserie. So we're just finishing off a few links and some ribs right now. Pretty much everything's done. But this cooks all night.
It smells amazing. I wish we could put the smell in today.
It's just our service counter.
You didn't fix it in my eyes. Was it?
Show me what the DI is. We're in
Right.
Utah. It's like Salvation Army.
Yeah.
So here's your firebox.
We're burning logs back here.
So we're that's peach right there. You can kind of smell the peach.
Yes.
So where do you get peach with?
It's a local orchard in Mona, just about 30 miles south of here.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Do people usually use peach, or what do they normally use?
So most of my primary wood source is oak, white oak, but I put peach on the sausage links and the turkey. So it just kind of adds a little kick to it. So.
Taste the difference?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at me. I can taste the difference.
So
I'm an expert in my field.
you actually studied in Austin, Texas. You're a pit boss.
Yeah, John Lewis is his name. He opened Franklin Barbecue with Aaron Franklin. So Franklin, if you look into it, is a 3-4 hour line every day.
Really?
They sell out of 1,200 pounds of meat before they even open.
So you put all the little
So-
secrets into this business.
Yeah, so I mean it was cool to be able to shadow him and learn. And so now he went to a restaurant called La Barbecue, which just took over as the #1 barbecue joint in Austin.
Sweet.
And so yeah, I was pretty fortunate. And so
Bring
and
some of that
we
to
don't
Utah.
that's the thing in Utah we don't know. You know, you go down to Central Texas and you're just like, man,
It's a religion.
we're getting screwed here. It was first pro barbecue competition in about a year and a half.
Where was it?
So it's a little rusty.
Yeah.
It was in Midvale, Utah, so Salt Lake.
This is serious.
So this was my first sponsored hit right here, and so
Awesome.
they gave it back to me when I said I was going to start competing again. So I've
What have you
fired
got
it.
in here? It smells good.
I've got it fired up to. I haven't started cooking in here yet. This thing takes about an hour to warm up, so because all the steel. But this one runs completely off of logs. So the one in there is a gas assist. But these are, in my opinion, the real art of barbecue because you have to keep a consistent temp across the whole thing.
Yeah.
Just using logs and air. So
Are there secrets that you don't share?
tons.
Yeah?
Yeah. Tons,
You're
tons,
gonna die
tons.
with these secrets, or
Or I'll sell them in classes.
Okay. Cool.
So I do teach classes quite a bit, but
Yep.
no, there's 3 or 4 things, especially with the brisket. That's our biggest seller.
Yeah.
We sell about 300-400 pounds of brisket every day.
Wow.
And there's a few things that I'm sworn to secrecy.
Yeah.
So everyone has their price, but that'd be a pretty high price.
Plus, it's got to pass on somewhere.
Right. So
Yeah.
it's yep.
To the chosen.
There's definitely some secrets.
What's the big difference between how you do it and the way they do it down the street?
You know, a lot of people. I mean, there's one place down the street that they get their smoke and their meat with liquid smoke.
Oh, I see.
And they just put it in an oven. So I mean,
Cheaters.
it's horrible. So I mean, here I'm really particular. If you want to see the wood pile,
Yeah.
I'm really particular about the woods that we use. This is all my fruit wood right here. This is cherry and peach. These I keep a little greener, like 5 to 6 months from being cut down. My white oak, which is back here, I like to be seasoned for at least a year and a half.
Wow.
Just kind of dry it
right
out.
down to the wood.
Right. So that's where a lot of your flavor comes from, and you know, it complements the good meat. So if it's too green, it's bitter. If it's too dry, it doesn't give you any flavor. Yeah.
Good to know.
Anyway, so that's probably your biggest difference is every single ingredient that I use is I think, highest quality. So, yeah.
And it shows.
Plus, I'm cooking it.
As people,
I'm pretty cool.
You are cool.
Thanks.
So the front side of the restaurant's pretty cool too. I mean, you've got art and everything. Can we go check that out?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Yeah. So lots of personality on these walls.
You know, that was one thing that I think I brought from Austin is, you know, I heard the phrase "keep Austin weird" like 500 times. And so, you know, we'd have a lot of artists, we'd have a lot of like live bands come in, and so when we did this expansion, this is, you know, the original restaurant only had that wood post there. And so we needed more room. So when I did this wall, I knew I wanted to do chalkboard again. Yeah. But I've become friends with Brian Kershiznik, who's a pretty famous Utah painter. Okay. This is one of his trademarks, the angels. You know, he does a lot of those. Yeah. Okay. So I'm like, hey.
So whose trademark is the dogs sniffing each other's bums?
Right, that's Brian also.
Yeah, there's lots of that.
So he eats here a lot. Yeah. And you know, I didn't want to offend him when I asked him, but I'm like, hey, would you want to come and just like christen the wall, just do one little drawing, right? And he's like, of course. So anyways, I paint it. He shows up with 5 other painters. And I'm just like, cool, they're all going to draw a picture. They stayed for 9 hours. And they did the whole wall.
You ever had any problems with like people?
We have, and there is spray over. It used to be way more like vibrant and bright, but it's kind of sprayed over now. So I mean, you can still hurt it, but it takes a lot more work. So I've taken all the chalk out of the place. Yeah. So because some kids have already they get a hold of it. You know, it used to be you can do whatever you want, but.
So back here, I understand, is the set for the show.
Yeah, for Bronco Mendenhall.
Yes.
So this will be. They're kind of doing I think they're kind of doing loosely based on Seinfeld's new show, that Coffee and Cars with Comedians, something like that. So it's Greg Wrubell and Bronco Mendenhall, and every Monday they'll come in and just eat lunch and chat, and they're basically going to just film it. So I think it will be pretty big draw. They said I'll be sucked into it a few times. They'll have a lot of players. And
let's face it, your face belongs in front.
Right? Well, that's the thing. BYU football, they've been great to me. Like the whole athletic department. So, but they are such a huge, like, it's like wherever Bronco and Greg goes, this place, it'll just be packed. People want to see them.
Barbecue, football.
Right. It's worked good. We're actually feeding the whole team at his house tomorrow. So it'll be. That's his real motivation. He wants you to come to his house and right. Well, I heard he bought a smoker, so he's probably wanting some free lessons too. So yeah. So anyways.
This is a great vibe. It reminds me a lot of Austin, actually.
Well, thank you.
Just that really chill scene, like you said, keep Austin weird.
Yep. It's a fun place, and we don't have a lot of that. You know, we've been so chainy for so long here. It's like, let's go to Olive Garden or Texas, and nothing against them, of course, but we don't have the mom and pop shops, and we're starting to see them really pop up with Mountain West Burrito and Cubby's and Tortilla Bar, and I mean, they're all just local places. So.
It's interesting that as the indie vibe kind of strengthens in this area, it's actually getting really strong music with startups. The food is right there with it.
Well, and people are wanting new stuff. And I think this group or this generation will spend a few more bucks to get good stuff. Yeah. And so it's cool. It's cool that people want to get behind it.
So what's the craziest thing that's ever happened in this restaurant since you've opened? And was it you? I know you said you do blowfishes on the front window there.
I haven't had to like carry anybody out of here yet. I keep waiting for that to happen. I'd say most of it is employee based. Like catching employees making out in the bathroom.
Nice.
Having to fire them.
What's happened?
That's happened.
So I take it's not a full family business.
Yeah, not a full family business, that's for sure. It's the crazy night crew you gotta watch out for.
Oh, I got it.
But yeah, I mean, other than that, just you know, I think the sporting events have probably been the most fun.
Yeah.
You know, with the World Cup, the Olympics. You know, we've had some pretty big sporting events since we've been open, and it's loud and crazy. But yeah, nothing too nuts yet. But maybe it's because there's a 6'5", 430-pound guy behind the counter.
The presence is all you need.
Right. It's kind of a bouncer and a cook.
Do you have like a crew that kind of always comes in and hangs out? They always
tons of regulars.
Yeah.
Tons. And that's we love it. Like it's fun to see them. But I mean, we're also seeing a huge influx of new customers every day. But there's no better compliment to a guy like me than, I mean, and this sounds bad, but I hear it 10 times a day, like, such good food, you know. Last night I actually got a great one. It was, bro, you were a gift from God. And he walks out of the place.
I love it.
But so it's cool.
Thank you so much for taking
Thank you guys. This is awesome.
Appreciate it.
I'm glad you came.
Can't wait to see more of you.
Well, you need to try some barbecue before you guys leave.
Heck yeah.
So.
I thought you'd never ask.
Yeah.